do is
Hey guys, how are y'all?
I'll be with you if you want.
Mark, we're live now.
Are you going to join?
Exquisite.
Okay. You got the link in there. Just take
Mark, y'all need to mute your mic, guys, if you're talking to someone on the phone, because your conversation was just recorded. But anyway, welcome, guys. So what I need to do is I need to take a look at the video that we did last time in this playlist and pick up from there. I know, Mark, you're more advanced than that. And Noah, I'm not sure exactly where you're at, but we're going to work from wherever you're at forward. Okay, so in the last video, we did an introduction to the Greek noun cases. Are you familiar with that, Noah?
No, I think so. That is just you, Mark. You were talking about second cases last night, right? Or am I right? I don't know. I feel like I.
Okay, all right.
We're talking about second endings.
All right, so let's just do this. Let's share the screen here. Let's kill the ducks for now. No ducks were harmed. All right.
Well, praise the Lord.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Now, we're only dedicating 30 minutes to this, okay? So, and the reason being is because we're going to do Bible study methods next. And that'll be a new stream. All right, so I'm going to go to this video.
Just so you know, I think Cram's coming, but...
Okay, that's fine. Just let me know when he's backstage, and we'll join him in.
We'll see if he makes it in.
All right, because Cram is going to be right here also. Here, I need to turn up the sound. Mark, you sound low. All right, I got it. That was me, not you. Okay, so Noah, when you got a question, I want you to stop, and we can talk about it, all right?
Okay.
Well, because logos means the word. That's
word.
How we started at logos would be a noun. So to show all the different cases, we use logos.
Right. So what we mean by that is when you look up the word logos in a lexicon, which is a dictionary, it's going to look like this, logos. And so what you're seeing is that this is your stem, L-O-G, right? L-O-G. There's a connecting vowel, which is the omicron, and then you have a personal ending, so plus the sigma, okay? And so what does this indicate? When you see that sigma,
that is a nominative subject case.
All right. So nominative is the word that we will be using for right now for the subject. Okay. There's other nominatives besides that, but for right now, the way to think about this nominative is a naming case. It's the subject. So the way you can tell what the subject is in a Greek sentence is it will be in the nominative
You're
case.
roboting for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm roboting for anybody else. Right. Okay, I'm only roboting for you. I'm not roboting for anybody else.
That's fine. As long as I can understand.
Okay. All right. So nominative subject, right? So, okay. So that's logos. Then we looked at the next one. There's the stem, log, right? Here's our connecting vowel, and now we add the oo. And what does this indicate?
Lagoo. It indicates that it's the genitive.
Okay.
The genitive case.
Right. And what is a genitive case?
Genitive case usually shows possession, and the key word when you have the genitive is of.
Possession. All right. Of. Yeah, I think the word the of is a placeholder, but I think of comes up more than possession. but let's make it a comparison
so,
between
too.
Greek and English. So that's good too. Okay,
Hmm.
good. So then you have LOG. Now that O becomes lengthened to an omega, and an I is underneath here. What is that an indication of?
That is a subscript I, and that is the dative case.
All right. And what is the
And you
dative
know
case?
The dative case is, it's the dative case. To identify the dative case, all you have to do is look at that little I that's under the omega, and you
Right. And think.
you will know that it's dative because there's an I in it.
Right. Right. Okay. And what is the dative? What does it do? What's its function?
The dative, the key words for dative are two.
I see you, Cram. I don't know what you're doing, but I see you.
What are you doing, Cram? What up?
Okay. I couldn't see where I was. I said
Yeah.
by and with. But
Okay.
the dative is the indirect object.
All right.
No,
And we'll talk more about
direct object.
We'll talk. No, it's indirect object. You're right.
Indirect.
And we'll talk more about what those are in a minute. Indirect object. Okay. Good. And then
I can't believe I talked myself out of that.
it's all right.
Okay. And then the next one would be logon.
Right. And what case is
which
it?
would be the accusative. Accusative.
All right.
When you see the
Okay.
new, you will accuse the new. You accuse the new.
Yeah. Accuse. Good. All
Right.
right. And what's its function?
The accusative is the direct object, and it is, of course, it's a noun, but it receives the action of the verb.
Okay. Receives action. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Good. All right. So I'm going to just do some English real quick. All right. I
Mm-hmm.
love you. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to tell me in English. I want you to tell me in English what are these parts of speech that we have here.
Okay. I would be the subject.
Right.
Would be the noun. Of course, it'd be the subject.
Mm-hmm.
Love would be the verb.
Okay.
And you would be the direct object.
Right. Or we could just say object. But yes, it is. You're
Object.
right. Absolutely right. Okay. So in English, this is the normal order that we go by. Subject, verb, object, right? And so a while ago, we listed some names of some cases. So what is the name for the subjective case in Greek?
The nominative.
Okay, the nominative.
The nominative subject.
Nominative subject. Okay. And what's the case for the objective case? What's it called?
The accusative.
All right. So if I say I threw the ball to Cram, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to tell me what part of speech each one of these is, okay?
Okay. I is the subject.
Okay, we'll just put an S underneath it. All right, go ahead.
Okay. The verb is through.
Okay.
The is something like a helper word. I can't remember the term for it.
What? Yeah, it's an article,
Okay.
but that's fine.
All right. It is an article. You're right. Okay. The ball, which would be the object, the
Right, the direct object.
Direct
Right.
object.
Uh-huh.
And to cram would be a preposition, and cram would be the indirect object.
Right, yeah, this works together. So yeah, it would be the IO. All right, so why is the ball called the direct object?
Because it is what the verb is acting on.
Right, right.
The subject
the subject is doing the action
is
to
doing
the
the
ball.
action to the ball.
But who indirectly gets hit?
Cram.
Right, so that's indirect object. Okay,
Right.
good.
Got it.
All right, so now what we were talking about was the word logos. And when you look it up in a lexicon, right? What's the meaning of a lexicon? What's another word for a lexicon?
Dictionary, but usually
Right.
lexicons have two languages in them, don't they? Isn't it?
I don't know if it's distinguishable
language
by
to
that. It might be. It may be. That may be the distinguisher. So that's good. So when you look up a noun, in what form will it be in a lexicon?
It will always be in the nominative subject, and in
Right. Well,
we're not going to worry
yes.
about the other, right?
When you're talking about the masculine singular?
Well, the present active indicative.
Oh no, we're not doing the verb right now. Yeah. So it will be in the nominative
You're right.
case.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. That's verb. I'm sorry.
Nominative masculine singular is typically how it shows up. So when you look up the word in a lexicon, you'll see the word logos, right? Well, you learn what are called paradigms. And so your paradigm goes like this. You got nominative, you got genitive, you got dative, and accusative. There's another category, but we'll do that later. And then at the top, you got 2, 1, 2, right? And then, so this one is, I'm running out of room, but I'll just throw it up here. Masculine, feminine, and then neuter. Okay. And so when we put this on a chart,
Pretty look good.
Guys, I don't know if y'all saw this, but in the chat, somebody came up wanting subscribers. Somebody named Ashley King wanted subscribers, and I just hid that person from the channel. Y'all got to remember to watch the chats, because I can't maintain them myself, you know.
Why? Oh man, what the heck?
But anyway,
they were asking for subscribers, really.
On a chart.
Oh man, that's sad.
The ending for this, the nominative, right, for logos. We could write out the whole word, or we could just write out parts of it, but I'll try to do both. I'll try to do, so this is logos. Okay. This one is logu. This one is logo. And this one is logon. And this is for the singular, what we're doing right now. Right?
Right.
And the feminine are going to have an alpha or an eta, and they'll have a different. What are you saying Y for, Cram? What is your question, Cram? Cram, I'm talking to you. Cram of
Why did
today.
you post that?
It's just a person wanting subscribers.
For what? I
Or
mean, why
because
would
they
you
want
do that?
they want subscribers for their channel.
Well, you
It
can't
doesn't.
transfer them to her.
I know they want individuals to subscribe to them. That's all it is. I mean, just when you see that type of stuff, just hide it. You know,
Okay, I was still on the StreamYard screen, so
that's all right.
I'll
That's
go
all
back
right.
to the other screen.
All right, thanks. Different pattern or word that's mentioned there. Okay, so what I'm just showing you is that this is what's called a declension. Nouns
Right.
decline, verbs conjugate. So
Conjugate, yeah.
nouns decline, and verbs conjugate. Forgive me if I'm not spelling right. So the point is that when you come to a text of the Bible, right? The beautiful thing about English is it's an inflected language. Do you remember what an inflected language is? He was banned forever. What do you mean, Noah? It was not a he, it was a she, and they were only wanting subscribers. I don't. That's what they want. Then there's no reason to ever unban them.
Yeah,
Please,
yeah.
please, please keep business stuff behind the scenes and don't mention that stuff in the comments. We have a server for discussing those things. Thank you.
Right.
Cram.
I thought Greek was highly inflected. English is not inflected.
Right. Greek is inflected, which means that the form of the word often changes according to its function. And that's why you have logos, lagu, lago. I forgot the G. And lagon. Or if you want to go plural, it would be, okay, I got you, Noah. Be lagoi. And then lagon.
Lagon. Lagois.
Lagois. And lagoose.
Yep.
So that's what we mean by inflection. It changes according to how it's functioning in the sentence. Is it functioning as a subject? Is it functioning as the object? Is it functioning as an indirect object? Is it showing possession or some type of relationship like that? So pseudonyms here. This is tic-tac-toe. Charles, you got better chart. You're confusing Christians. Glad I was part of your change. So talk to the audience and tell them, you know, how long did it take for you to grasp the alphabet? Let's talk about that real quick. And that's from another video where we go into that stuff. And I think I have that still recorded where I pull bits and pieces from. But Cram, welcome to the stream. Noah, did you understand all of that?
Pretty much. I mean, the nominative is basically the subject, and the accusative is the thing that is the thing that is receiving the action from the subject, and basically the genitive is the possession, the thing, the possession basically, and the like it's the indirect object, and the what is it? The other one is the dative, which is I think the direct object. And
dative is indirect object.
Oh, well, yeah, I messed that up. Indirect object, and then the genitive is the indirect object. The dative is basically I can't remember.
All right. Well, let's see how you do with the real text in real time. All right. It's going to be tricky, but we're going to see how you do. And you can phone a friend if you need help from Cram or Mark. But they need to go last, okay? We only got 9 more minutes, so, and it's all right if I go a little bit over. I just got that to help schedule things, you know. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the UBS 5.
I think I'm pretty familiar with this Greek, so I'm pretty good. I think. I mean, good enough so far.
All right, no, we'll see. We'll start with something easy, but if it's okay if you don't get it, all right. All I want you to do is go to this comment right here. First thing I want you to do is I want you to read this, and then I want you to start telling me what cases you see here.
Okay. En archi in o logos. And that is the in.
Slow down. NRK ain ha lagos. You got to hit the rough breather. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the rough breather. Yeah.
All right. So go ahead. Tell me what you see.
So the N in the beginning is that's basically just the in English, and that is
right. It's a preposition. You're right.
Preposition, I think. Yeah. And the arhi is the beginning in English, and that is golly. I'm not sure if is that nominative?
Well, we'll find out in a minute. Okay, keep going. What else do you recognize?
In is means was, and can't remember.
So there's your verb. There's your verb.
Action, yeah. I guess. And then the ha, I mean ho. Actually, I would say ho, and that would be just the in English. So that would
okay. Good. You got the definite article. Okay.
And then logos would just be the word. But the question is, okay, I know what this is. This is the nominative because the nominative has the os at the end.
Very good. Okay. So, very good. All right. So, the only thing I need to show you is this pattern right here for RK. All right. We can come back to that. I'll come back to showing you why this is, as you said, well, there's an indicator on here that we mentioned in the video a while ago. Let me see if I can blow this up so you can see it. Oh, that's as big as I can get it. So there's an indicator that I mentioned, that Cram mentioned, and it's right here. You see that I underneath, that Yoda subscript, it's called?
You mean that's right there, that's like okay, I see what you mean. It looks like an I. It's usually not there.
Right. You see that right there?
Yep.
That's an indication of the dative singular.
And dative means what again?
Indirect object.
Indirect object means
right now that's how you think about it.
Indirect object means like
I am the channel owner, and this is not Free Grace Reacts. We have a schedule, and my panel has ways that they react and they decide on the videos and everything. Yeah, I'll get to that stuff eventually, and if I want to specifically react to him, then I will. Okay, Nathan. But if the only reason that you're around here is because you're fanboying for ETT, then you might as well be like an alien and go phone home with ET, because we're not playing that. If you're around here to study the Bible, learn some skills, then you're welcome to be here. But don't be trying to dictate how a channel is responding. Okay, we have Ask Free Grace and we have Free Grace Reacts. I have delegated to my panels for them to run that as they see fit, both the Ask Free Grace and the Free Grace Reacts. Now, If I make it a commitment to respond to somebody, rest assured I will. You can see I've never declined a debate, and I don't plan on doing it anytime sooner. Okay? But really, you gave us nothing to work with. So Nathan, just chill on that stuff, man.
Hey, I have a question.
Go
Really.
ahead.
Hey, Cram. I want to ask you something. Is that your beard right there, right below? Is that your beard?
Yes, he has a beard.
Dude, that is rad, man. I mean, it's just fluffy and
You're
But-
seeing the future right now, Noah.
yeah, look at me. Yeah.
All right. So
It's just, the only thing is I just didn't notice that you have a mustache, so it's interesting.
So the thing is that in this example, we know this is a nominative subject. Number one, it has the article. Okay. So the way that to translate this would be the word, right, was in the beginning. Well, so why did we translate it as in the beginning was the word?
You're asking me why do we translate it in that order?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
well, because the word "en" there is in, and the "arhi" is beginning, and the word "in" was.
What is the subject of the sentence?
What is the subject of the sentence?
Yeah.
Was? No, that wouldn't be it. It would be logos, right?
Nominative, yes, a nominative subject. We got to turn it into SVO. So the word, your subject was, and then you don't have a direct object here, but you have an indirect object prepositional phrase standing in place of this. So you could say the word was in the beginning. But why does it say in the beginning was the word?
Well, wait. Maybe it really has to do with the dative, genitive, nominative, and accusative. Maybe it's about the accusative. Maybe.
There is no accusative there. You're throwing stuff out there. The reason being, and this don't answer everything, but watch.
This specific stuff, when we get into the parsing of Greek, that's the only part I don't know. Everything else.
Well, just look at the Hebrew says Bereshit bara Elohim. In the beginning, right? God created. Okay. Well, look what it says in the Septuagint. In RK. So it starts exactly like the Septuagint does.
Right. Which is Genesis 1:1, right?
Yes. So the point is that one of the reasons that John starts that way is to make an allusion back to Genesis 1:1.
Right. That Jesus was God in the beginning. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Which is
Right.
something that Jehovah's Witnesses don't want to admit, but yeah.
Okay. Cram, before we go, where are you at in the Greek? Are you okay with catching in where we are today and just keep building from now, or?
Sure, we're kind of hung up on the verb tenses, and we're doing pronouns too. So I'm trying to memorize some of those paradigms.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to get Noah caught up to y'all, and the way we're going to be doing this is from 9:30 to 10. We're just doing 30 minutes of Greek. We're trying to discipline ourselves, and I know this might be late for some people, but they can watch it later on or whatever. But we're just trying to get into the discipline of doing 30 minutes of Greek almost every day, And so we're going to try to be doing this at least Monday through Thursday.
Hey, Brother Charles.
There's debates Friday and Saturday. So go ahead, Noah.
Am I basically like in seminary at this moment? Like, am I practicing?
You're in the layman seminary. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for letting me come in. That's awesome.
Right. And all right. So if y'all want to hop over for 30 minutes of inductive Bible study, we would do that. Noah, if you did any homework or if anybody else did any homework, and homework is not mandatory, it's optional. Be willing to share it if you would like. If not, it's fine. We'll develop from there. All right. So I'm gonna land this plane right now.
All right.
God bless.
God bless
God
you all.